guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. I have my weekly try-ons for you today, and I am really excited because I wasn't able to download my weekly try-ons last weekend, so I have 2 weeks worth of products that I was able to put to the test and really come in here and really talk to you guys about what I feel about these products. That is the main purpose that I have with this series in my channel, is that I really want to, try on products for more than a day or more than a few hours. I really just want to put these products to the test and really, come in here and tell you guys what I honestly think about these products. I feel like sometimes, we try a product maybe for a day and, maybe we feel iffy about it, but as we try it longer, we might actually like it. So that's the purpose of me, trying to come up with these series, is because I want to be able to tell you guys more in depth what I think about products instead of just trying them on for a couple hours. So I hope that these videos are helpful to you guys, and I really enjoy making them. So let's go ahead and get started with this week's weekly try-ons, which is 2 weeks 2 weeks worth of products. Okay, so let's start with skincare. I recently purchased one of the brand new skincare products that e.l.f. came up with, and it's the one in the pink packages. Now, I picked up mine in the Glow and Dewy type because since it is winter, I do live in Florida, so winter here is really not that cold, but it has been cold lately, so my skin is very, very, very dry during the winter season. So I decided to pick up all my products in the Glow and Dewy section, but they also have the exact same products in matte versions. So I will definitely be picking up the matte ones more for the summertime because I am kind of oily and sweaty during the summer, so I think that the matte products will work perfectly then. But for right now, I wanted to use the glow ones, so I picked up the Glow Radiant Moisturizer plus coconut and hyaluronic acid, and it has SPF of 15. And this is what the bottle on the inside looks like. First of all, I love the packaging. I love the light blue and the light pink and like the light blue lavender kind of color in the middle. I love that. I think that it's beautiful. I think that the product itself is amazing. When I put it on, my skin does feel glowy and it looks, radiant and healthy, and I really, really enjoy this product. It makes me feel hydrated, and I really, really do enjoy it. The second item from that line that I picked up was the e.l.f. Glow Primer Stick. Now this one is similar to their hydrating stick that they came up with a while ago that everybody on YouTube was raving about. It's very similar to that, but it's the glow version. And again, packaging, it's beautiful. Like, I want to display this somewhere in my bathroom or my room or somewhere because I think the packaging is just so girly and so beautiful. Now this, I usually apply it to like my cheek areas, a little bit on my forehead or my nose, and a little bit on my chin, and I do like go and rub it in with my fingers. Now this formula is a little bit thicker and it's a little bit more sticky, so I try not to, overdo it with it. I just put a little bit here and there. But so far I do like it. I feel like these products do keep my skin, looking glowy and radiant throughout the day, which is what I need right now because my skin is horribly dry. Then I also decided to pick up the Glow Dewy Mist, and this you can use before your makeup and you can use after your makeup, and I've used it both ways, and I do have to say that I enjoy this product more underneath my makeup. When I spray it after my makeup, I just feel like it leaves weird drops of liquid on my face, and so I have to go with my beauty blender and just kind of blend it out, which is no big deal. But I also started noticing that my foundation was looking kind of funny, so I decided to use it inside my makeup, and it works beautifully. Like, I love this product for underneath my makeup, and it's sweet. Like when you spray it on your face and it gets in your mouth, sometimes it tastes really sweet, but it smells really good, and it does make my skin feel nice, which I appreciate because it's really dry. Okay, so moving on, for this week's foundation, I decided to go with the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Breathable Long Wear Foundation, 25 hours. And I have mine in the color Soft Beige, and it's what I have on my face right now. I wanted to use all these products on my face today so that you guys can kind of have an idea of what they look like on. And so I put on this foundation. Now, when I first searched this foundation on YouTube before I purchased it, there was a lot of people that didn't like it because there wasn't a lot of coverage to it, and it didn't really last the full 25 hours like they claim. So there was a lot of people that didn't like it, and they also didn't like it because it's a dofa and not a pump. But I have to say that I love this foundation, and I'm actually almost done with this one, so I will repurchase because I really do enjoy this foundation. I love to wear this for when I go to work because it's really soft and lightweight on my skin. When I wear a heavier foundation to work, I feel like if I touch it or if I rub myself or if I'm sweating too much, it comes off and it starts to look funny and it starts to look cakey. But this foundation, because it's so lightweight on my skin, it actually lasts me all work day. I am very physical at work, so I do sweat a little bit, and I'm constantly like, you know, moving and touching stuff and putting stuff up, so I can't, how do I say it? I can't always wear like heavy foundations because it doesn't look good after I sweat and stuff. It doesn't. But this one does look really nice, and I really enjoyed the 2 weeks that I was using this. So I can tell you guys what I really think about it, and I love it. And I don't mind the dofa because, I mean, your skin should be clean, you know, before you do your foundation. So it's not a big deal for me. It really isn't. I clean my skin every day, so I don't feel like my skin is dirty where I feel uncomfortable, you know, using the dofa. So I really enjoy this foundation. Let's see what else. Now, I don't really like have a bunch of concealers and stuff that I can use for like a different one every week, but sometimes you will see the same, you know, concealers and stuff in these videos, but that's okay. I can give you like, you know, a better review of what I think of those concealers. So the concealer that I decided to use this week was the Maybelline New York Age Rewind, and I have mine in the color Light. I love this concealer, as you guys can see. It has pretty good coverage. I have no issues with this. I've been wearing my makeup, I want to say maybe for about 6 hours now, and my makeup still looks good. I haven't touched it up. I haven't done anything to it really. I've gone to do errands and buy groceries and stuff, and I still feel like my makeup looks the same way as when I left. So yeah, I really love this concealer. It's thick, it is light, so it makes my under eye look really nice and light and awake. And so I really do enjoy this concealer, and I feel like a lot of YouTubers rave a lot about it too, so there you go. Let's see, for my powder, to set the concealer and to set the whole face, I use this NYX Mineral Set It and Don't Fret It Matte Finishing Powder. I do have to use a matte powder underneath my eyes. I don't really like any other type of powder for underneath my eyes, but to set the face, I use very minimal since it is a matte powder, and I'm trying to stay away from matte products because of my dry skin. So I use very little of it. I'm actually done with this one because I use it so much. I'm gonna repurchase it again because I love it. I really do enjoy this powder. It's one of the best setting powders that I've tried from the drugstore and high-end, because I do have a few high-end ones, but I love this one the most. As you guys can tell, this is the first powder that I've gone through the whole thing, so I enjoy this powder. I enjoy it. But I do want to say that I think the first or the second day of me wearing this makeup, I did use a little bit too much powder on my face, and it made the foundation look really, really cakey. So after that, I just started using as little as possible. I would just, like, you know, put my brush in there really lightly, and I would use all that powder to set my whole face. So if you use it a lot, it does make your foundation look cakey. So I only used it for my under eyes. I didn't set, like, I didn't bake or anything. I was just you know, set my concealer with it, no baking, and set the whole rest of my concealer, or oh my god, I can't even talk, the whole rest of my face with this powder. So yeah, that's for the powder. I also used the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder for the times when I felt like I needed a little extra awakening kind of look. I would use this, and I love this powder, and I'm sure that you guys have heard so many people on YouTube talk about this powder, because really it is one of the best, and it's only like $3.99. So it's an amazing, amazing powder. I also, let's see, I also wanted to try this other powder, and I got this powder at TJ Maxx, and I paid $3.99 for it, and I've never heard of this brand before. I did watch a video of, like, another TJ Maxx haul of this girl, and she says that this brand is pretty big in Australia. It's called the Red Earth. And she says that this product is really big over there and everybody loves this product. So I decided to, you know, try this loose powder for a little bit this week, and I got mine in the color Pearl. Now, it's supposed to be like an illuminating powder, so at first I didn't know exactly what that meant. I was like, so is it like a loose highlighter? Like, how do I use this, you know? So I started playing around with it. I tried to use it as a highlighter, did nothing. So then I was like, well, it does seem very, like, shimmery in the bottle. So I was like, I'm scared to, like, use it all over my face. But on one of those days where I was feeling kind of bold, I went ahead and I just used a little bit in my face, and I still could not see anything. I couldn't see any radiance. I couldn't see any glow. Like, I can't see anything with this powder. I really don't know how to use it to make it work, or if it just doesn't work at all. But I can't get any illumination. I can't get any radiance. I can't get any glow out of it. So this was a pass for me. And again, it's called the Secret Potion Illuminating Loose Powder by Red Earth Australia. Now for highlight, I played with a couple of products this week. Let's see if I have all of them. Okay, so I played with a few products this week, but I mainly used one. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the e.l.f. and Glow and Coconut Golden Highlighter. So this is what it looks like, and I think that this is the only color they have. I went on the website the other day and I didn't see, like, a section to choose a shade, so I'm gonna say that this is the only shade that they have, and it doesn't even have a name or nothing. Well, it says golden, but that's about it. But this is what the highlight looks like, and I'm in love. I'm in love with this highlighter, and it feels kind of like putty, you know, like those new, like, eyeshadows and highlighters and stuff that companies have been coming out with, that is kind of like a putty texture. That's what it is. So that's the highlight right there. Hope you guys can see it. It's so pretty. This is one of my favorite highlighters right now. I love how it looks, even though it's golden and, you know, it looks a little dark in the pan. It's actually not. It looks so beautiful in the skin. It's not the highlighter that I'm wearing today, but it just looks so beautiful in the skin. It really does. It looks kind of wet, and it's just very shiny and glowy and healthy looking. I love love this highlighter. I recommend you guys pick it up if you haven't already. It's so, so nice. So that's one of the highlighters. The other two highlighters, and this is, I'm always gonna try and show you guys things that you can still get, but sometimes I might use things that I've picked up that maybe are no longer available, but I'm gonna always try to show you things that um, you can still pick up now. So these two highlighters that I decided to try this week are actually from the Ulta Christmas collection, and it's actually some of the stuff that they have that is like, I think it's like 5 for $10, and I think they also had like 99 cents and like $2.99 stuff during the Christmas season. And I picked up a bunch of it because I've always been curious to see if it works or if it's like kid makeup, or I wanted to know. So I picked up a few things back in December, and so I picked up these two highlighters. This one is the Sweet and Shimmer highlighter, and this is a Sweet and Shimmer highlighter, but this one is more like a waxy feeling type of highlighter, and it's a little thick. It's that one right there. It's beautiful. It's a little thick and it's a little sticky, so I will put this one underneath my foundation just to get the highlight going, and then I will top it off with this other powder highlight, which looks like this. And I've always been so curious about the makeup that Ulta sells during the Christmas season because it's super cute, but it also looks kind of childish. But I am so glad that I decided to pick up this stuff because it really works. Like, the makeup is beautiful. It's beautiful. It works. So I'm gonna keep picking them up when I see them in December because they're really good products. Also from that line, I picked up this blush palette. So this is Sweet and Shimmer blush palette, and I love these blushes. Love them, especially this one. This is the one that I've been using the most. I love it. I love them so much. They are so good. They're pigmented. They last all day. They're just so beautiful. I love them so much. I am so glad that I decided to pick up this palette, and those are the swatches right there. So if you guys see a palette like this during the Christmas season from Ulta, definitely pick it up because it's beautiful. Like, it's pigmented, it works, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and for $2.99, why not? I also picked up two eyeshadows from that same collection. It's the well, this one claims to be a blush palette, but no, I will not use this as a blush. They are way too shimmery and too highlighting looking for me to wear them as blushes. So that's exactly what I did. I wore them as highlights instead of blushes, and I also wore them. They're these two colors right here, and I also wore them as eyeshadows. But I will never use these as blush, never. And I also picked up the little eyeshadow palette that they had, and again, this works perfectly. Like, for my job, I have to keep it very simple because we're not allowed to wear like bold makeup or anything. It has to be very natural, and sometimes we can wear too much colors or too bold of colors because we'll get in trouble. So I just tried like the more like skin tones. I think I did put this one on the lower lash one day, but I love this palette. Love this palette. The colors are beautiful. They're pigmented. They do last all day. They're just so pretty. So I would recommend that you guys pick up these palettes if you see them again, like during the Christmas season at Ulta, because they work beautifully. So yeah, I decided to try those products this week. But actually, I'm going to talk to you guys about the lip products also from that collection. I have the lip gloss, I have the crayon, and I have these types of lip glosses. these are really nice too, you guys. Like, they are so nice. They last on the lips a long time. They're nice and shiny. I really enjoyed that line. Like, I was so happy that I purchased all those things from Ulta during Christmas time, because they work. They really do work. But the main thing that I used on my face this week was the Revolution and Emily Noel Edit palette, the Needs. This was the main focus of my makeup for the whole week. Like, this is something that I wanted to really test out and really know what I thought about it before I even came in here and talked about it, because I've heard so many like mixed reviews. Like, some reviews were good, some reviews were bad. A lot of people said they didn't like this palette because, you know, the colors weren't really performing to their standards. So I heard a lot of negativity from this palette. So I really wanted to focus, and I really wanted to put it to the test, and so I did. For the last 2 weeks, this is the palette that I used. I mixed it with some of the other stuff, but this is mainly the one that I used. And in here, first of all, the packaging, so beautiful. I feel like such a girl when I'm wearing this, because or when I'm using this, because it's so pretty. It's so pink and so like feminine. I love it. I love it. Okay, so the palette looks like this. You have your face products, you have your bronzer, you have your blush, you have your highlight, and you have like a setting powder situation here, and then you have your 6 eyeshadows. Okay, first of all, I'm wearing all of this on my face today. Bronzer, one of my favorite bronzers. I love this bronzer. It is not patchy like some people claim. It's, you know, it's there. You can clearly see it. It's pigmented. I love this bronzer. Love it. Hands down. I'm going to keep using it because I love it. The blush, again, it's one of my favorite blushes. It's what I'm wearing today. You can still see it. I've had this makeup on for maybe 6-7 hours now. Blush is still going strong. You can still see it. It's one of my favorite shades. It does have a little bit of specks of glitter in there, but when you put it in your face, you can't see the glitter. Trust me, you can't. I hate like glittery blushes and things like that. Can't stand them. No, this, you can't even see the glitter. I love this blush. One of my favorite ones. The highlight, it's what I'm wearing today. It is a subtle highlight, so if you like a more bold in your face highlight, you're not gonna like this one, because this one is more of like a subtle highlight that you can wear every day, that you can go to, you know, wear at work if your work is like picky about, you know, your face products. So you're good if you like a subtle highlight, but if you don't, if you like a glowy highlight, this is not the highlight for you. But nonetheless, it's beautiful. I enjoy wearing this highlight. Love it. The powder, I use it to kind of brighten my under eyes a little, and I also use it as eyeshadow, and I really do like it. I enjoy it. Now, the eyeshadows, I am wearing most of the eyeshadows on my eyes today. As you guys can see, I mean, they're a little faded because, again, I've been wearing this makeup for a few hours now. But nonetheless, they're still there and they look beautiful. I love all these eyeshadows. This one I was the most scared to use because it looks kind of very dark in the pan, and then it has like specks of purple glitter in there. So I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that, but I do actually. It's what I have on the outer part of my lid, and I love that eyeshadow. I think that all the eyeshadows are beautiful. I love this palette, and I'm gonna continue to use it. But the only bad thing that I have to say about this palette is that it's lacking a lid shadow for me. I used the highlight on my lid to give myself a little bit of shine, but it's too powdery on the eyelids, which is weird because it doesn't look like that in the face. On the face it looks melted and it looks really nice, but on your eyes it just looks powdery, and it doesn't matter if you use water or, you know, if you wet your brush before applying it, it still looks powdery and it doesn't really give you that glow that I personally love on my eyelid. So that is the only thing that this palette is lacking or missing for me. It's a really nice either gold or rose gold or you know, light kind of shimmery eyelid color. That's what is missing for me to like fully 100% love this palette. But nevertheless, like everything else in it, it's beautiful, and I'm going to continue to use it because I really did enjoy this palette. I think that it performed beautifully. I think that the colors were beautiful. It looks beautiful on my face. I love it. I love that palette, with the exception of that one thing. If it would have had a beautiful shimmery lid color, I would have been like, yes, this is my everyday palette and I love it so much. But it is lacking that one thing. Now, one more thing that I kind of wanted to try out, and I got this as a free gift from an order. I think from when I placed this order from e.l.f. I got this as a free gift. It's the Baked Eyeshadow Palette in California. And when you first look at it, it looks really beautiful. First of all, the packaging is very bulky. But all of the shadows on the inside look so pretty. Like, they all look so shiny and so pretty. But I hate it. I hate this palette. I hate it. I try using them wet, dry. I try using them and they are not pigmented at all. Like, I don't know where all the pigment is. Like, I'm gonna show you guys. Like, where is the pigment? Like, I understand that they're baked shadows, but not even if I wet them do they work. There's nothing there. I love e.l.f. and I love some of their eyeshadows, but this was a no for me. Like, I couldn't get any of those shadows to work. They wouldn't even show on my lid. It's a no. Like, I hated that palette. Hated it. Okay, and so then I used the Essence Color Intensify eyeshadow primer for my eyeshadows, and that's one of my favorite primers. I think I talked about it on my last video, and that's one of my favorite eyeshadow primers. I absolutely love it, hands down. It's the one that I use the most, so I'm probably going to be showing it a lot during these series because honestly it's one of my favorite eyeshadow primers. It makes your eyeshadow look great all day, and it lasts a really long time. Like, I just love that primer. Funny thing, because yesterday I forgot to put eyeshadow primer on my eyes, and my shadows at the end of work looked horrible. They were coming off, and I was like, yep, I forgot to use my eyeshadow primer because that definitely helps them stick. And then lastly, what I used in my face to set everything is this NYX Dewy Finish long-lasting setting spray. This is one of my favorite setting sprays. I am actually almost done with this one, so I have to repurchase. But yeah, that is like one of my favorite setting sprays. It does make my face look dewy. The spritzer is really nice and even. I have no issues with it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. Hands down, I'm going to repurchase it because I'm almost out. So yeah, guys, this is all of the products that I decided to try out for the last 2 weeks. I hope that you guys enjoy my series. I mean, I just have 2 videos with this one so far, but it is something that I want to start getting into. I have so much makeup. Like, I love buying makeup. It's one of my favorite things to do. Like, every Thursday when I get paid, I stop at Walgreens or Target or TJ Maxx, and I love it. It's what I treat myself with after a really long, hard week of work. It's to buy some kind of makeup item because I enjoy it so much. I love it so much. So I really want to start, really using my products. For instance, my NYX powder, I'm all out of. My NYX setting spray, I'm all almost all out of it. I'm almost all out of my concealer. I think I have a lip gloss that I'm almost out of too. I think it's a Bare Mineral lip gloss that I'm almost all out of as well. And that feels so good. Like, having so much makeup is so nice, but going through something, you know, like finishing something off feels so good. Like, it feels so good. I can't even explain it. Like, I know it's silly, but it feels nice to actually finish an entire product. So I think that's like one of my biggest goals this year, and it's one of my biggest goals for this video as well, is to really get in here and really tell you guys what I really feel about the products, and not just use them for a day or two and then I'm not really, you know, I don't really feel like I tell you my feelings for that product enough just with one or two tries. I can't. I really have to get in there and try the product over and over and over again in order for me to give you a good review on it. And, you know, finishing the product as well, that is a great feeling for me. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys feel the same way about, you know, like giving you a better review by using these products for a long period of time. So yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you liked it, and I will catch you guys on my next one. Bye.